Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold, and today I'm going to be giving you my reactions to Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 4, Chapter 12, The Siege. Hey everybody, so here's this week's reaction to Chapter 12, The Siege. As always, I'll wait until a little bit later to get into any spoilers about the episode itself, but I will say great job to the cast and crew on this episode. As with all of these, it feels like they just keep giving us more and more and more, and I love it. Whereas Season 1 was a lot of establishing and just kind of introducing characters and things, I feel like Season 2 is really getting into pull on some threads within the show itself and just the bigger Star Wars lore, as we saw with last week's episode, which, again, I won't spoil that here if you didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But yeah, this is an episode that it kind of... The base premise was what I was expecting this episode, but what happened wasn't necessarily what I was expecting. So I think that was a lot of fun. It was really great to see some of our returning characters. If you've watched any of the trailers for this show, I feel like we've probably seen all the stuff from the trailers in the episodes now. So that's minor spoiler, I guess. But yeah. So as far as I know, everything from the next half of the show we have not seen in the trailers, and it's all up in the air as to what we might actually see, which I'm actually really excited for, because I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, I have a couple theories, but this episode was great. It was well-paced. It was a little bit longer than last week's episode, but a little shorter than the previous two, which I'm okay with. I know a lot of people seem to be upset that they're only 30-some minute episodes, but I will take 35 minutes or 39 minutes or whatever it is of good Mandalorian content over an hour and a half of dragging it out just to have a longer episode. So like every episode, I feel just kind of hits the ground running. It moves us through what that episode is doing, and you kind of get to the point. You do whatever you need to do and get us ready for where it's going next. It feels a lot more continuous this season and connected than the middle episodes last season, which I loved, but like there's definitely more connection between the episodes as to what's going on. So a lot of action in this episode is really fun, and again, it's crazy that this is basically a show, and just the amount of quality, everything they put into this, from the acting and the cast and everything to the special effects and the sound and the music and everything. It's great. It's on par with everything I love about Star Wars, and in some ways surpasses some of the things I've always loved about Star Wars. So great episode. Again, I'm trying not to get spoilery, but it's a lot of fun. I will say this, we do see Mando return to Navarro, and he does have his dealings with Greef Karga and Cara Dune again, and you kind of get to see where Navarro's at this point. And then, of course, like always with Mando, he needs stuff to do, or he needs stuff done, and people need help. So that's what he does. He's exchanging his help for the services he needs. So that's all I'll say until the spoilers, which are going to start now. So this episode, I didn't get to do a prediction episode, partially because after I thought about doing a prediction episode, I mistakenly looked at IMDb and saw that my prediction was correct. That this was going to be the episode where Mando returns to Navarro and sees Cara Dune and Greef Karga, and we would get the rest of the footage from the trailers we've had so far. So it was a really fun episode where he goes back, and, Navarro seems like it's much changed. It doesn't feel as shady. The way they film it, the way it's lit, the way the characters are moving and dressed, it doesn't feel like the shady bounty hunter town it did in Season 1. It feels more lived in, more civilized, if you will. Of course, the child always brings amusement and funny hijinks in his little dealings. And I was thinking is what, maybe it's not a he, maybe it's a she. Maybe we finally get, someone other than Yaddle as a female in Yoda's race. But either way, who knows? It's just fun seeing all the things he gets up to. There's some great moments where Mando is flying and the kid is just dealing with it like he's on a roller coaster. And yeah, some really great laugh moments with the child. And we actually get some more threads on Moff Gideon and what he's up to, what he's all about, which is a pretty cool reveal at the end of the episode. And which I won't spoil that. I'll save that for you to watch. But we do get some more with I can't remember his name, the doctor from season 1 that was experimenting on the child. And we see a little bit more about what they were trying to do, what they wanted the child for, without spelling it out. So it's still kind of open to speculation unless any of you out there that have watched the episode know what was going on. Feel free to fill me in. But my guess is because he had the cloning insignia from Camino on his uniform, he was doing some sort of, maybe not outright cloning, but some sort of genetic manipulation or genetic engineering sort of stuff. So so he returns to Navarro. He's got to get the ship fixed before he can make it on to is it Caldora or wherever it is where we're gonna maybe meet Ahsoka. And of course, Grief Karga and Cara Dune want to show him around the town, and there's some really cool action sequences with her kind of doing her thing as Marshal in the town, and some really great practical effects for some creatures. And there's a roughly abandoned old Imperial base that they need to go shut down because that's where Moff Gideon's goons were coming from in the previous season. So that's the siege, is them attacking this installation to take it out. And it's cool because, they talk about there's weapons there that they could use to sell, and, Moff Gideon's like, or not Moff Gideon, Grief Karga is just like, no, I don't want to sell them, I just want to destroy them. I want to save this planet and have it be useful and constructive to the galaxy. So, I mean, not in those words, but yeah. So it's their attack on this installation, and of course, nothing ever goes as planned, and there's a little more going on there than they expected. So it was a lot of fun. I'll say this, my predictions for next week are one of two things. Either Mando gets waylaid on his way or held up, or something happens that he doesn't make it to Ahsoka, or he does and bad things follow him to her. Either way, I'm not getting my hopes up that we'll see her for more than a couple moments at the end of the episode. I will happily be wrong about that, because she's my favorite Star Wars character of all time at this point, and would really love to see her in the episode, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up that she'll be in it a lot, if at all, next week. So yeah, he'll either make it to her and bring trouble with him, or some other thing will happen on his way there, and he'll it'll be the next episode before we get to her. So that's it. That's my reaction for Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 4, Chapter 12, The Siege. Don't know if I'll get to do anything else this weekend for videos, but I will definitely be back with my comic haul next Wednesday, and if I get something else up, cool, I'll consider it a bonus. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a great week, or whatever it is whenever you get to watch this. See you next time.